Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. It's Terry, your host. So, I didn't want this to go this way, but here we are. So, real quick, I mentioned that it was February 28th, last day of February. So on this day in, I think it was 1981, last episode of MASH aired. It was watched by 160 million people. So pretty crazy. I don't know. I think that's more than a lot of Super Bowls. But anyway, I do remember when that happened. Also on this day in 1991, the first Gulf War ended. And on this day in 1993 is when the ATF decided to, serve a search warrant, invade, whatever you want to say, the Branch Davidian compound outside of Waco, Texas. 4 ATF agents were killed, and several Branch Davidian members were killed, and it resulted in a standoff / siege for, a couple of months. And then I think it was in April or maybe early May of that same year is when they rammed the place and put, I guess it was tear gas, but it started a fire, and that conflagration killed another, 50 people, including a lot of children. So sad outcome to something that didn't really seem like it was that serious. Like selling some guns illegally, which happens every day in America, and probably did back then. Anyway, enough editorializing about that. So I'm gonna turn a light on here because it's getting a little dark, but I'll be real quick. So my worst case scenario was that I would have to take these 5 pallets back to where I got them, and that's exactly what happened. We spent all day, the shipper was trying to get the receiver to take, to accept the rest of the shipment. That apparently didn't work. Then I got a call from claims to just take it back, and they said, "What's your ETA?" And so I told them it'd be there by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So I'm not coming back to Michigan for a while, because this is the second time in 2 weeks, in a week-ish, that I've gotten a 34 in Michigan. And both times I didn't need a 34. One time was for that ice storm that was, a week ago or whatever. And then, of course, today and yesterday, because they couldn't get the shipment organized properly, and so anyway, I don't know how much I'll get paid to take it back. It's 503 miles, so hopefully I get $1,000 or something out of it. But like I said earlier, I kind of felt like I was taking one for the team to begin with when I accepted this load. My spidey sense was I didn't like it. And that's just confirmed, of course. But this has happened to me before, where I had to return, when I had Connie on my truck, if you remember her. We had a 2-stop load up in the Pacific Northwest that we had picked up in Greeley, Colorado. And we got to the first shipper, and they rejected 1 pallet. So it went back on, or first receiver, I'm sorry, the O2. And they rejected a pallet, so they put it back on the truck, and we did the claim right away. And they're like, "Okay, well, go deliver the 90, and we'll figure out what to do with this meat." So we then go and deliver the 90, because I think we went first to Washington State outside of Seattle, and then we went down to Portland area. We deliver early, on a Saturday morning, but we don't get a message, we don't get told what to do until the following Monday. So we spent, the weekend in Portland essentially, and then we had to take one pallet all the way back to Greeley, Colorado. And I really wasn't happy about it. Not really because, you know, they paid us, obviously. But what I was unhappy about is going back across Wyoming basically empty in November. Because by November, it's frickin' winter in Wyoming. And I was not looking forward to that. It turned out okay, but it was not something that I relished doing. And yeah, so this trip hopefully will be a little bit easier. I'm going to be running the Ohio Turnpike, most of it, like from Toledo to PA, and then the PA Turnpike to Breezewood, then down 70, 522 through Winchester. And I should talk about Winchester tomorrow, because Winchester is a lot of history. Winchester is also a nice town. And then, of course, I'll be down in the Shenandoah Valley, and a place that's beautiful and rich with history and has a really nerve-wracking highway and I-81 to drive. Mainly because there's so much truck traffic. It's not a great road to. It's just really packed all the time. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I will update you as usual, and yeah, we'll figure out what we're doing next. Find out tomorrow morning. Talk to you soon. Bye.